Okay, so Brian's sick because he's Tiny Tim, and he's always the little ill boy that can't do anything or something. I don't know. I don't know if that's Tiny Tim or whatever it is. Some Cratchit kid.
Right.
Come on, that's a bit rough.
Because, hey, look, the guy is always sick. Come on, nobody's that sick. What can he catch? What does he have, MRSA? I mean, there's nothing going around.
He puts in those long hours. It beats up on the immune system, man.
Oh my God!
You just don't even know.
I know him. It's not anything. Look, it's fine. It doesn't matter. I just wish that he would just say the truth. Just tell the truth. Just say, I don't want to do the show. Fine. I don't give him shit about it. The time I give him shit is when I get these ridiculous, I'm tired, I need to go to sleep, fucking excuses. Like, he's not. He just wants to play video games and not talk on the radio. Fine. I don't care.
Clearly.
I just, it's just irritating in a way. Because the one day he really will be sick, like, deathly ill, and it'll be like Boy That Cries Wolf, I'll be on here ragging at him. Fuck him. And they'll be like, Jody will call, he had a heart attack or some shit, Like, okay. But I mean, food poisoning maybe from the red paste and hot dog crusted things. He might have food poisoning. But I mean, literally, what else could he have? There's not that many diseases floating around that are going to make him sick all the time. It's just silly. It's fine. I know. He's got to work. Like I was telling Don earlier, it's like it's a trick. Because like he tells me that he's sick, so he tells Jody that he's sick, so that he can call in to work tomorrow and say he's sick.
You may not want to discuss this on air.
Oh, no, I don't care.
I know you don't care, but
I don't think his work cares. Like, I mean, if they did care, they would have done something about it ages ago. I mean, a guy that calls in sick about once a month, I mean, so,
They don't last long.
Yeah, it's just forget it.
They've been letting it slide, but someone will be like, holy shit, did you guys hear VGN this weekend?
Yeah.
Brian's fucking playing us.
Yeah, that's
I don't know. This is internet. They might look it up later or something.
That's why I don't tell anybody about Tumbling with Tumbleweed, because then people are like, oh, really? I should listen. And I had to think back, like, oh, wait, I think I talked smack about you.
Like, would they even know when to listen? When is that even on, Donnie?
Yeah, I mean, it's on.
Tuesday nights at 11, except for this Tuesday coming up, which it'll be at midnight when I have my very first special guest, Frank Novinnik from Hatebreed,
Nice.
joining us to discuss the NBA playoffs and other things.
You should go on the Hatebreed forum, if there is one, and post on there that you're going to have them on, and then take callers the whole time. And it'll just irritate them that people from Hatebreed are calling.
Like, why did you do that? Like, I don't know. Kevin Baird told me to do it.
Yeah, we're talking basketball with Frank from Hatebreed, and let's take a call.
Hello, you're on the air.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not telling anybody I know. Like Dan James calling up.
Oh my God.
Hey, man. Hey, what's going on, Frank? Remember that time?
It's gonna be a good show.
Bailey will be calling in trying to get hooked up with free tickets.
Right.
Okay, let's do our top 20 drinking game without Brian, because he's sick. He could get sick if he played this game. Although this week, there's not a lot of drinking, because we're going to do the hot 20 list. And but if we list off something that's not a game, you have to drink. Number 20 for the PlayStation 4 is Guilty Gear. I don't know how you say this. It's an X with an RD after it. Is it
XRD.
Xrd or Zerd? I don't know.
It's probably XRD, as in X.
Oh, well, the X is in caps and then the RD is in lowercase, so I didn't. But that could just be the way they wrote it.
Wait. No. Never mind. I was gonna say something, but then I realized it was stupid. So never mind.
No, it's definitely Guilty Gear X RD. Guilty Gear X was an older game.
I think what it is it's the third X. So because on the box cover
Yeah, that
there's
makes sense.
on the box cover there's 3 X's. So it's like Guilty Gear X the third, but they're calling it XRD. But I don't know how you would pronounce that.
Because Triple X won't look like something.
Yeah, and I don't
like a game
know.
for kids.
Was it X? Was it when the first one came out? Guilty Gear X. Was it X or was it Roman numeral 10? So was it Guilty Gear 10?
It's Japanese. Who knows?
I don't have any idea. Number 19, Minecraft for the PC. That one I can say. Number 18, Mirror's Edge Catalyst for the Xbox One. Sorry, I'm getting some text messages from UPS to tell me that some package that I don't know what it is on its way. I wish they would say where it's coming from, because it's just like there's some package coming for you from somewhere, and it could be anything, but it's
We
coming.
want to let you know that at some point there's some package coming your way.
Yes, exactly. From
I would like to point out that you discussed that China conquering North Korea. So if it's from China, do not open it.
yeah, I
might
actually
go
get
boom.
packages from China now and again. Number 18, Mirror's Edge Catalyst for Xbox One. Number 17, Monster Hunter Generations for the 3DS. Number 16, Kirby Amiibo. Everybody drink?
Drink.
Larry, what are you drinking this week?
Actually, this week,
Jesus.
it was just so nice and pleasant out. We went back to the Lion and Google Summer Shandy because I had one left in the fridge.
You know, what the fuck?
It's very refreshing.
What?
Okay, so I'm like, I dropped my phone on the one keyboard to the other computer, and the computer keyboard is your generic business keyboard with no special keys on it. And it hit some kind of key combination and shut the computer off, which had the list on it that I was reading.
Oh.
So,
Just wing it.
so we'll get back to the list in a little bit. Anderson, why don't you tell us about your week?
Oh, no, not me.
Wasn't ready.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I wasn't ready. The, nothing, working, and, this is the week, or the month, I guess, that, Ramadan starts. I don't know if you're familiar with this, holiday that they have. It's for the Muslims. No offense to Muhammad Ali, rest in peace, greatest of all time, by the way. But the problem with it is that the whoever celebrates this or follows this or whatever, they can't eat while the sun is out. So if you're working at the Cheesecake Factory at 9 o'clock every night, every single night at 9 o'clock, you're getting a rush. And it's all Muslims, and it's all just like tons of food, tons of running around, tons of no pork, no alcohol, no this, no that, blah, 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 blah. And you get like $5 on a $100 check. So, it's a great time for me.
Are you saying Muslims don't tip? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes. Not all of them, but the ones that come in the cheesecake sure don't. Like it's against their religion or something. It's like it's eating pork or something. I don't know, but you can't complain or you can't do nothing
It's
about it.
not your service that's the problem.
It's big. You're right.
You're not
right.
offering like pork dishes while you're at their table. Like, you guys really got to try the pork chops. I can bring you guys a little appetizer, some prosciutto ham. You guys into that?
That's the thing is I've had tables come in and I've been like, hey, there's prosciutto in that. Do you want me to take it out? And they're like, no. And then you bring it to the table and they're like, what is this? And I'm like, it's pork. And like, oh, I can't eat that. And I said, I know. That's why I was trying to tell you. I was trying to tell you that you couldn't eat it, stupid. But it's annoying.
We no tip. You call
Right,
us
and
stupid.
it's just like, and then they, I mean, because, well, that's the thing, is over in, like, Europe and other countries and stuff, tipping's not something they do. They just, like, you,
No.
oh, you do?
Well, we do, of course.
But that's
You-
the only way they get things done. It's also called a bribe in Serbia.
Yeah, that's not really
Nah,
tipping.
no.
That's graft, is what that is.
In Russia, the servers tip the guests. No, I was just going an old Yakov Smirnoff route right there.
Russia.
I love this country. So yeah, so I got that going on. Other than that, join us Tuesday night at midnight. Tumbling with Tumbleweed. I guess I'll be talking to Frank.
How's your folks doing?
They're doing all right. They're getting by without me. They're doing a lot better without. You know.
Is your
I
mom
think-
up and around and everything?
Oh, my mom's walking around. My dad's walking around. He's going to go into the hospital. He's going to go in and do the in-hospital rehab that they got going on, because he's got like this nurse that comes by here once or twice a week, and he's like, I can't do this. This is dumb. He's like, he comes here for half an hour a day. I walk up and down the carpet, and then I got to wait for her to show up next week to do it again. He's like, I'm just going to go into the hospital and do it there. They do it like 3 hours during the day, 3 hours at night, and you get it all done in 1 week. And I was like, okay.
So what does he got? Does he have those like spring legs or whatever? You know, that looks like a bent piece of metal at the bottom with the shoe.
No. They got it. He's got a shoe. He's got like a fake foot and a fake partial leg, I guess you'd say.
Right.
The one looks robotic. The old one, the one he's had doesn't, because he's got another one that's going to be show. He's got another one coming in a couple months.
What is the old one, like a peg, like from a pirate ship?
It just looks like a leg. It looks like an actual leg.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's kind of,
And the other one's metal or something.
yeah, it's like a metal pole with like with a foot with a shoe on it and stuff at the bottom. It's weird.
And he can walk with those?
Yep.
Wow.
They got like regular shoes on them, like regular person shoes, whatever you want to call them. I guess I don't know. Regular
Wonder
human
how-
shoes.
I wonder how the hell that works. I mean, I'm not good at walking with my regular legs, you know?
Right. Well, I mean, it takes getting used to, because there's no bend in the foot. It's like walking on a golf club, I guess you would say, because like the foot doesn't bend, the ankle doesn't bend. You know what I mean? And it's below the knee, so he bends his own knee.
Huh.
It's just weird, because it's like, wow, it's kind of like you're walking on your knees, only on stilts. You know?
Yeah.
Strange.
Okay.
Between him and my mom, they're getting up and around. They'll probably kick me out of here soon enough. Like, all right, we don't need you anymore. Get out.
Yeah, we got to get better, honey, so we can get that boy out of the house.
At which point I'm going to be like, yeah, but I'm not ready to go yet. And they're like, yeah, hey, you're going.
You'll just come back from cheesecake and your stuff will be on the lawn.
Right. They're like, we don't need you here anymore. Wait a minute. What do you mean?
Your dad will be carrying stuff out with the artificial legs. He'll have like a
You could be using the automatic wheel, the electric wheelchair. Just put stuff on here. Let's go. Get him out. Can't get him out of here any quicker.
well,
Yeah. Oh, and just as a side note, I went through half of my day yesterday planning on getting rid of my kid so that I could come over for game night last night. At about 6 o'clock. I don't know what's wrong with me. You know what it is? I know what's wrong with me. Is Facebook sends a message like 2 weeks in advance, and they're like, make sure you tell Kevin if you're showing up. And I'm like, I go, wow, that must be this Saturday. And then I don't even think about it, you know? And then Saturday comes up, and it's like, no, wait, it's next week. Damn it. So I almost showed up at your door again yesterday.
you could have come in. You'd be bored. But,
Yeah.
Yeah. Have a trial run. Melville says he might show up. We'll see. Because, Larry's going to be... Larry,
Kevin.
this camping is weird. You do know...
Camping is weird.
Yeah, you do know that it's going to be, like, uncomfortably hot for, like, the whole weekend while you're gone. I mean, Are you
Okay,
going to be
well-
able to survive? I'm
Okay,
a bit concerned
because,
about you.
because we have discussed this, because with my particular condition, it is a concern. Like
Condition.
like this week, it was not bad this weekend. Like what last weekend was stupid hot, but there's water. I can go swimming. There's we can deal with it.
Where's Larry? Well, he's been in the pond the entire time. There's just your head above the water, looking at people. Hey, what's up? No, I'm all right. I'm in here.
I'm just like out there with just my face sticking above the water. Could you throw another beer out here, please?
It's like 3 in the morning. We're still out there.
Fine.
It's all right. It's all good. All right. Well, I hope you make it through it. I don't know. I don't see you camping, but I hope you have fun. I hope they're not all like, let's go hiking on the trail when it's like 90 degrees out or something, and you're gonna be, Although you did do all that crazy walking at one time in, I don't know where you went. The park? Memorial Park?
Usually. Well, Memorial a couple times. Usually I went to State Road Park in Parma.
Oh, okay.
A couple times in Brecksville.
Okay. Well, that said, Larry, why don't you tell us about your week?
Well, let's see. It's been 2 weeks because I had to go to the Memorial Day bash last weekend, which reminds me, since we brought it up, I can't make fun of Brian because I won't be here next week because I'll be camping.
That's fine.
And I'm just throwing it out there now, just so that there's no confusion, no Larry showing up at the last minute to say my kid has a dance recital at 8 o'clock on a Sunday, none of that shit. If, by some bizarre stretch of the imagination, the Cavs series goes 7 games, I will not be here that Sunday either.
Well, we don't want you here because you'll be crying.
Yeah.
Tears of joy. Anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see, last 2 weeks. What have we been doing the last 2 weeks? Well, we have 2 weeks worth of Candy Crush Saga, and because I'm a nut job, and yes, Alexa, Cleveland does have the Burning River. It's not where I'll be swimming, though. Candy Crush Saga, I completed episodes 105, 106, 107, and 108. I'm now on level 1,616. So we're plugging right along in Candy Crush Saga. I've also gotten back to work on Lord of the Rings Online. So I am up to level 103 with Larry Mack right now. As far as the timeline, this latest update is the Battle of Pelennor Field, and I have reached the battle. So I'm running around in front of Minas Tirith with like Eomer and all them guys killing shit. So it's cool. Big giant battle going on, and it's kind of annoying because I don't know, because of the shitty way they did the battlefield. Like I'll be running, like I was doing mounted combat, which is a pain in the ass anyway. To try to maneuver with a keyboard when you're running around on a horse. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna weave right through these 2 groups of orcs, but the way it gets like the way the computer reads it is those 2 chunks of orcs are one wall. So I like hit it and couldn't move, and then I got run down from behind by like 5 other dudes because I couldn't figure out why I couldn't move when I had actually boxed myself into a corner that I couldn't see. So that sucked. See what else? Past 2 weeks. So my mental health stuff, where the doctor put me on the meds so that I'll stop being all bipolar and shit. And I was having the random side effects like, sleeping all the time, pissing blood.
The good parts.
Yeah. Like becoming retarded, like I couldn't concentrate on shit, I couldn't speak, whatever. I told the doctor, I was like, here's all my problems. And so we discussed it, and apparently if you're showing the effects of the side effects earlier than you should as you are, like, building up on the prescription size. Apparently, the next logical step is to just go ahead and increase the dosage that you're taking. It's like, usually we don't see, usually before 100 milligrams, you won't have any problems. The fact that you're having this at 50 milligrams, we're going to go ahead and up you to 75. I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And she was like, and since you're having a hard time concentrating and you're tired and, are you taking it at the same time every day? I was like, yeah, pretty much as soon as I wake up, I take them. And she's like, okay, so let's try taking it at night. That way being tired won't be a problem. And I was like, oh, I'm fucking retarded. Why didn't I think of that? Oh, that's right, the drugs make me retarded. So I was like, okay, so I'm going to take them at night. So I went home, I was doing my thing, and I was like, okay, I got to take the increased, so I'm going to take 3 pills instead of the 2 before I go to bed here. I pop them, wash down, lay down, and I was like, fuck. I already took the pills this morning. I probably should have waited till tomorrow night for this. So I, because we also increased the dosage, I darn near triple dosed myself on the stuff.
Nice.
And the next day, I was a drooling fucking idiot at work. I was... And, I couldn't do shit. I was... Yeah, I couldn't have a conversation. I just, I managed to fumble my way through work by just, pounding, rock stars and 5-hour energies all day to keep my eyes open. And after work that day, I was going over to Soprano Rob's to help him move a dresser and move some drywall. That was it. We moved the dresser. It kicked my ass because I was just so wiped out. We start moving the drywall. I think I moved 3 sheets of drywall, and I was like, dude, I can't do it, man. My heart's gonna give out. I'm about to pass out. I suck. I'm horrible. I know. And I sat down and just stared and I was getting strange twitches in my arm. So apparently the pills gave me Parkinson's or something. And I was like, dude, I know. I suck. I feel shitty. I'm sorry. I'm just going to sit here and try and drink this beer, but mostly I'm going to spill it on myself because my arm is shaking. And so that was cool. But,
yeah, sounds great. Sounds like a great time.
But, honestly, after that little mishap, I don't know why, but upping it seems to have helped because I haven't had as much trouble. Although we'll see if I'm still crazy because, like I was telling the doctor, she's like, so tell me about the depressive episodes and stuff. And I was like, well, see, unfortunately, I haven't really had a whole lot of emotional trauma in the past couple of weeks, so I can't really say how I'm coping because. Now, if you want to wait a few days, I'm sure somebody's due to fuck with me somehow in the next couple of days.
Something's bound to kick in.
Yeah. So let's see. And then last week I went to the Memorial Day bash that my buddy has every year. Drank a bunch of beers and hung out and shit like that. This week went up to Park Tavern for the first week of the cornhole season. Big cornhole league. And, Susie and I got up there, and apparently 3 teams had signed up, so there was no cornhole.
Jeez.
So instead, we just sat at the Park Tavern all night and drank. And then,
what's cornhole?
Wow, what's cornhole?
Yeah, for us poor Europeans.
Let's see, how would I explain cornhole? It's one of those drunken backyard games. You basically got 2 boards set up on either side of the yard with a hole in it, and you have to lob beanbags into the hole or land them on the board. That's it in its simplest terms.
It's almost like a shuffleboard, a mix between shuffleboard and horseshoes.
I know horseshoes.
And toss across.
Yeah,
So
I was going to use
basketball.
toss across, but I figured there was no way anybody listening knows toss across.
I do.
He's listening.
It's important.
Okay. Alexa, how was your week?
My week. Well, my week was very nice. I was helping my friend move. I managed not to break anything, though I was mostly useless there. But I came to help. That counts for something, right? At work, I had many success. Oh, my Polish. Just kidding. Yeah, I aced a few tasks. I'm happy about it. Other than that, nothing much. Played games. Cannot seem to quit World of Tanks. That game is really addictive.
So you're done with that?
No, I keep saying I'm done, but I can't find a replacement. So I keep coming back to it. It's pretty much annoying. You have to pay to play, and you get nothing for your money. So it's not worth it. So yeah.
But you keep playing it
it's- Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking about going back to Dota. Maybe Overwatch, but then again, I'm not willing to pay $40 for it, or whatever the cost is. Did any of you guys play that? What it's called?
Rock Band?
Sounds rock. Not Rock Band. The one you play the real guitar on.
Guitar Smith?
Rocksmith.
Rocksmith, yeah.
Rocksmith. Yeah, I know Don was talking about it.
Melville said he's going to bring it over and play with me, but he never did.
So none of you saw it working.
No.
I was wondering, the game is really cheap, but you seem to need a special cable to connect the guitar to the PC. I was wondering about that.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't know. I'm sure you do. I have no idea.
Because you're using a real guitar, so.
Yeah, but the cable is basically a sound card. Nothing is. You get a cable you plug into guitar, and it has a sound processor, and it's like those headphones that have a sound card in it. It shouldn't be anything special. There is no. I don't see a reason for that cable. But the cable itself costs like $40. The game is 10, so I was wondering if I could play it without getting the cable.
Well, how would it know what you're doing on the guitar if you don't connect the...
Through the sound card. You can use your sound card as an amplifier. You can. Don't know if you ever tried it. I played some bass, and I was cheap bastard, so I didn't have that amplifier, so I used the sound card. So I know it works, but and there were some articles on the internet saying that you could use it, but it's the internet, so whatever. Not sure it's correct.
No idea. I'm sure someone will write in, explain the whole thing.
Well, that would be nice. A mail about gaming for once.
Okay. I bought a carpet cleaner, but I haven't used it yet. It rained. I don't know. What else did I do this week?
Model on?
No, I got people to do that now, so I'm good there.
What about the electric mower?
Well, I have that for that little space on the side, but it doesn't grow as fast as the lawn, so I'll probably do it like every 2 weeks. Because it doesn't get as much light on that part of the house. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think. I got things going on, but I can't really think of anything that interesting.
Yeah.
It's kind
Have you tried Overwatch?
I mean, I could talk about JSON and MVC framework if everybody wants to be really bored, but
No idea what that means, but okay.
don't want to hear about that. Yeah, so let's just move on. Here's the list. Okay, 15, Doom for Xbox One. 14, Odin Sphere Life... Oh, this is German or something. Life Razor for PlayStation 4. Number 13, Star Ocean Integrity and Faithlessness for PlayStation 4. These names of these games, if I play it, is it going to really have something to do with integrity and faithlessness? Or is it just some fucking words that they just throw together to make it into the name of a game? You know, it's like band names, you know? Like, what are you going to call your band name? It's like, you know, Crusty Bread or something. And you're like, what? Why?
Chalice of Doom.
Why?
Okay.
Why is it called that? Like, I don't know. Like, I was playing Torchlight 2 the other day with Karate Dog and company. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, why is it called Torchlight? There's no torches. There's no torchlight. Like, what does that mean? It's a weird name. Like, you're sitting around making a video game. You probably want to call it the best game ever or something. But, you got to decide on something. And so, that Torchlight, I'd be mad if I was working on the game. I'd be like, why are we calling it that? It should be something cooler,
Torches or lights?
I mean, Diablo, at least, it's the name of the demon in the game. Okay, I get that, World of Warcraft. Okay, fine. But Torchlight. Counter-Strike, it's okay.
You're not counter-striking anything.
I mean, Call of Duty, I guess. I don't know.
You got the Call of Duty.
But, there's just some stuff that just seems really tacked on. Okay, number 12, Overwatch. Yeah, like that. Like Overwatch. What's that about? Why are they calling it Overwatch?
Why are they overwatching that?
They should just call it yet another first-person shooter, because that's really what it is.
Is it?
Pretty sure. Number 11, Disney Infinity 3.0 edition. Or it's a third-person shooter. It's a shooter, right? People are shooting at each other. Shooting games online are like an advanced way of playing tag. Isn't it? Isn't that really what it is? It's a group of people, and they're playing tag. That's it. It just, it has better, it looks better, and you have different ways of tagging the other opponent or whatever, but it's just tag. It's tag. Playing tag. There's like 50 different games all about playing tag. Number 11, Disney Infinity 3.0 edition. Just drink. Kylo Ren. That's a drink. Number 10, Doom for PlayStation 4. Number 9, Overwatch Origins Edition for PlayStation 4. Number 8, Mirror's Edge Catalyst for PlayStation 4. Number 7, Minecraft for the Wii U. Number 6, Odin Sphere Life Razor Storybook Edition for the PlayStation 4. That's the game, man. Odin Sphere.
I know, but I'm just saying, it doesn't make, I don't know.
Leaf, it's Leif, so like Leaf, and then it's THRASIR. Leaf Thrasher? I don't know.
It's the German game.
Yeah, it's by Atlas, so this Japanese people thinking that that's a word we must use all the time. They just look in their thesaurus or whatever, they flip through and they go, yeah, we use this word because everyone used this word. No one knows what that word means. Number 5, Overwatch Origins Edition for Xbox One. Number 4, Overwatch Origins Edition for PlayStation 4. Number 3, Kirby Planet Robobot for 3DS. Number 2, Overwatch Origins Edition for PC. And number 1, Uncharted 4, A Thief's End for PlayStation 4. More people want to play Overwatch or Uncharted on the PlayStation 4 than all the Overwatch people combined. I don't know. I'll probably end up playing Overwatch at some point because Karate Dog bought it, and Vaughn and that Greg dude were supposed to get PlayStation 4s after E3, so we'll see. Here's the games coming out this week. Monday for PC, we got Edge of Nowhere. Multi-platform, we have Flipominos. Sorry. That took me a little bit to try to figure out what they were doing. It's like dominoes mixed with Flipominos. Hearts of Iron 4 and Tanker with only no E in the name. Tanker. Couldn't put that E in there. Somebody probably owns it. Tuesday, multi-platform, we have Ghost 1.0, Mirror's Edge Catalyst, Odin Sphere Life Tracer or something, and, and Paragon. Wednesday, nothing. No game for you. Thursday for the 3DS, we have Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice. And Friday for multi-platform, it's Sherlock Holmes, The Devil's Daughter.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna have a problem with that case because it's the Devil's Daughter. He's gonna fry his ass.
He's Sherlock Holmes.
What about the Devil's Son-in-Law? Or what was that one?
Petey Wheatstraw?
Wheatstraw?
Where she like gave birth to a watermelon? And
Maybe gave birth to a full-grown kid in a diaper,
yeah. And then he came out of that and started beating people up.
slapping him in the face. I'm Petey Wheatstraw.
Blaxploitation film. It's really crazy.
By the way, Kevin, it's Lifthrasir. It's Norse mythology. It means the one striving after life.
I have to say it like that, with that Serbian accent, in order to make it
Well,
make
you,
sense.
you could if you want, but or you could use regular English. Lifthrasir.
Lifthrasir. Okay.
Lifthrasir. That's how you pronounce it. I'm guessing you'll have it next week on the list again, so
Yeah.
it might come useful.
So be ready for
I
it.
will say it with a terribly bad Russian accent that I will do.
Lifthrasir.
Yeah.
Comment.
To be good. Allison Road isn't happening, which is the horror game that's been compared to PT, which
Allison
was the
Road.
Silent Hill playable teaser. Allison Road was billed as a first-person survival horror game set over 5 days in a haunted house.
Oh.
The project debuted last summer with a 13-minute prototype of gameplay and then in September opened a Kickstarter campaign that the developers closed in less than a month, having found a publisher in Team 17. Polygon profiled the project and the team behind it last summer, while Lilith Limited didn't mind comparisons to PT. Developers promised that Allison Road would be totally its own thing upon completion. Apparently, the guys at Team 17 must have been like, "So where's the game?" And they were like, "Oh, well, we didn't. We didn't. We got some blow and some hookers with the money you gave us. But we didn't do it. But you come on over if you want some blow." You know.
Oh, you were looking for us to actually like produce for that money?
You actually want the. Here's one for Larry.
No.
The essence of Mortal Kombat veterans Sub-Zero, Scorpion, and Raiden will be captured craft beer style in a trio of Mortal Kombat inspired brews. Thanks to Polsbo, Washington Sound Brewery, the officially licensed beers will be available in 22-ounce bottles coming soon. Brews
Sign me up.
include an India Pale Ale, what is it, Saison,
Yeah.
Saison, and an Imperial Stout. That, like the Ninja Scorpion, pairs heat from Southwest chilies with the sweet aroma of vanilla beans. All presumably have a clean finish. That's a beer that you're going to take a big dump after you drink
Yeah,
it.
like I'll say lots of things about stouts. I won't say they have a nice clean finish. I mean,
Here's the lineup. Sub-Zero Imperial IPA.
okay.
Refreshingly cooling on a warm day, an Imperial India Pale Ale that's not all about the hops or the malt, but is a whole lot of both, fighting it out for your palate supremacy. Drink icy for more of the hops or warmer for more malt.
There's some good IPAs out there. I'm in. Okay. So far, so
Raiden Imperial Saison.
Saison.
This amped up Imperial Saison has a blast of hops and CO2 that will hit your tongue with a bang. The aroma jumps out of the glass with its earthly and herbal notes not far behind. So it tastes like dirt.
Yeah.
I mean, Saisons are kind of super bitter and nasty anyhow. So
When they say it tastes earthly, that means it tastes like dirt. And then finally, Scorpion Imperial Stout. A unique blend for great Imperial Stout brings both fire and ice into your glass. The fiery Southwest chilies and cooling Madagascar vanilla bean pair nicely with the exotic notes produced by our own yeast strain. I'll tell you what, I
Yeast infection.
probably shouldn't tell people about your own personal yeast strain. It's not going to get you too many
Now I will
dates.
say this for the stouts. Like stouts, not a nice clean finish, but they're nice because you usually get like a good 20 proof out of them.
Yeah. Just knock you on your ass, beer.
Yeah, which is like crazy for a beer.
Let's see. It's good that Brian liked my Skeleton Man is Art thing 21 minutes ago. Must be having real bad stomach pains from his sickness. that he's got.
Well, he's got his phone. He's checking Facebook on the shitter.
Oh, I don't feel good. I go. Let me check Facebook.
Let me check Facebook.
Oh, that's
Oh,
pretty
come on,
funny.
like this.
Now I have to puke. Ah. Okay. Hold on. This is like a personal thing. I'm not going to read it. Well, sometimes it's like an interesting article because it's about like all this D&D stuff that's come out, but it's like some guy telling you the story about what he's doing with it, and I'm like, I ain't gonna.
Oh, so it's not like a news release as much
No.
as it is a blog post.
Yes, exactly. And sometimes I can tear into the interesting stuff, but that one was all crap. Admittedly, Atari isn't the entertainment powerhouse it once was. The company has spent the last few years digging, attempting to reinvent itself after declaring bankruptcy in 2013, focusing largely on mobile gaming, plays, and casino deals. Now, the one-time gaming juggernaut is lending its legendary name to a line of connected home devices. It's not exactly a new console, sadly, but the iconic brand will grace a wide range of new Atari products created by French wireless company Sigfox. There's not a lot in the way of details surrounding what appears to largely be a licensing deal, but the initial products will include low-priced home, pet, lifestyle, and safety devices featuring Sigfox low-energy technology. The products are said to be targeted towards both at mass-market consumers and charity organizations. So now, when your grandma has the life alert, there'll be the Atari logo on it. And when she presses the button to get help, it'll play like the Atari jingle. And then, can I help you, ma'am? I've fallen and I can't. Do they still sell those? Because everybody has. Grandma could just have a cell phone, right? Couldn't you just open the cell
Actually,
phone?
I did just see a commercial for it the other day.
Right. No, grandma can't have a cell phone because cell phones are too small and their fingers and they can't see.
Yeah.
them.
Oh my god.
You gotta have those big button phones.
Yeah, I did see a commercial just the other night with
Speaking of that,
I'm falling and I can't get up.
I'm watching Daredevil last night because I still haven't watched the whole thing. I take it slow.
The movie?
The TV show. Second season. Second season, Daredevil is on a smartphone. He has a smartphone. And I'm like, I know he has the ability to, like, sense all sorts of
phone.
stuff. But a touch screen phone,
Has to be problematic for him.
that can't be right. They could have given him a regular flip phone, for crying out loud. Nobody would have said anything if he just pulled out a flip phone. We'd be like, well, yeah, he's blind. He has to feel the keys, on the phone. It's just
The
silly.
smartphone. It can do it in braille.
And it's got like a camera on it, Like, what is he taking
All the stuff just
pictures?
raised up.
Like, let me get a shot. Let me get a selfie.
His Facebook account is like selfies of like his shoulder or the top of his head
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
or the palm of his hand because he didn't flip the camera to the other side.
He just has
look at this sunset and it's just a street light.
he has like a dumb look on his face because he doesn't even know that he turned the camera on while he's like trying to dial a phone number.
He's trying to dial a phone number.
He's just-
He's all like, Call Kevin. Did you say call Don? No, call Kevin.
He's just
you have
on-
to like say it exactly the way you said it when you recorded it.
He's on one of those Facebook live streams for like an hour. Just
Or
like,
ask him all kinds of
And
questions.
it's him like showering and stuff. 'Cause he doesn't know he turned it on.
just playing music or something. I have no idea how that thing works, but yeah, that was just an odd oversight. I don't know. Let's see. Competitive gaming organizations are continuing to crack down on pro players, giving esports a bad image. The latest example comes from Capcom, which this week banned pro player Noel Brown for grabbing a woman from behind at a tournament on the Capcom Pro Tour last weekend. Says, over the past weekend, we were notified that an unfortunate case of sexual harassment occurred at Combo Breaker 2016, a Capcom Pro Tour ranking event where a female attendee received unwarranted and unwanted contact from a male attendee, who is confirmed to be Noel Brown, Capcom said in its official statement. This incident was also captured on camera during the live stream before the Street Fighter V Losers Finals match. Capcom called the incident a first offense and has banned Brown from competing in the 2016 Capcom Pro Tour. If Brown commits a second offense, it will result in a lifetime ban. That's kind of funny. Some woman walks by and he's like, "Get away from me!" The publisher said that escalation of penalties will serve as the template for any similar incidents from other players in the future. It's just a weird thing. I mean,
It's bullshit.
yeah, I don't, I don't know what they mean by grabbed her from behind. Like,
He probably grabbed her ass. I mean, if she complained, okay, but I doubt she did.
I don't know.
Not because she's a woman, but it's normal thing we are people
If he
do.
grabbed her ass, that would be kind of a problem. But if he just grabbed her to pull her towards him for a second, maybe he was like trying to move her away from the drink cart or something. I don't know.
Maybe a safe was about to fall on her head. And he was trying to move her out of the way, or a
Yeah.
piano.
That's weird.
Never know nowadays.
Those anvils that are always falling on people in cartoons.
Yeah. yeah.
The cartoons do use a lot of the anvil.
Yeah,
It's,
like somewhere at some point deep in the dark recesses of the history of children's cartoons, someone had to be the first guy to say, "Hey, let's randomly have an anvil fall out of the sky on him."
Yeah, out of skyscrapers.
And somebody had to say, "Huh, that's a damn good idea. That totally makes sense."
they have a lot of like those round bombs with the big fuse in them too. Like
Like in that Batman movie.
they're very plentiful. It just seems to be everywhere. Let's see. Rock Band 4 was at the heart of a very difficult year for Mad Catz, the publisher that initially saw Harmonix return to the genre it pioneered as an opportunity for growth. In terms of revenue, fiscal 2016 was actually positive, showing a 55% increase to 134.1 million. However, the impact of Rock Band 4's performance was mostly keenly felt on the company's bottom line, with the prior year's 4.7 million profit turning into an 11.6 million loss. The co-publishing deal between Mad Catz and Harmonix was struck in April 2015. Look, nobody wants to play the game that they already own. Nobody wants to go buy the game that they already have. It's silly. It was a dumb idea. Like, let's relaunch it with new songs, and everybody will love it. And it's not really. People are like looked at that stuff and were like, I got that already. This is what happens.
Right?
Okay, that's it for the news. Let's do a little email, then we'll wrap it up. You guys can go watch the Cavs, or I'm going to watch Game of Thrones because I don't want to watch the Cavs lose.
Down by one.
Well, we'll see. Hey, they were tied at one point in the first game.
Yeah, right. They were winning at one point in the first game.
In the beginning, when they landed the first basket.
Right. Now they just cannot score, no matter how many times they try.
This one's from Alex, and it's to Susie Mighton at videogamenews.com.
Susie Mighton.
That's pretty good. He goes, welly, well. After years of listening to my same old VGNR shows from 2013 on my Android phone, I sat down too hard and broke the screen with my ass. So now that I have an iPhone, and since the iPhone doesn't have an FM tuner, I'm back to listening to podcasts. I'm currently chugging through 2015 on my way to the current episodes. Larry, what kind of Ford did you get?
A car.
Ford?
Your new car. He's talking about new car.
It's a GMC. GMC Terrain.
There we go. Brian, I'm currently in Thailand and drunk off Chang beer. There are a shitload of monkeys in this country, and I need to know how to defend myself. Any advice you would have would be appreciated. I don't have a trash can lid or a broomstick I can use as a Vorpal sword, so maybe I need a big rock. Anything you can suggest will help a lot.
If you don't have the trash can lid.
Yeah, it's a problem. P.S. Thanks, Don, for finally adding me on PSN only 5 years after I friended you. Now to more beer. Blech. Well, at this rate, he'll hear this episode in about a year.
But that's the thing. I didn't even realize it. I saw it on like that On This Day in Facebook. It was like 5 years ago on this day, and he was like, "Hey, add me to your PlayStation network." I was like, "Oh, okay." So I did it.
Our good friend D'Antonio writes into Chupacabra at videogamenews.com. He says, hello, Don and crew. Have any of you guys ever tried playing one of the Pokemon games?
Nope.
What are your opinions on them? Also, any plans to bring back any past hosts as guest appearances? Also, back when Don was raising horses, did he actually ever ride one, or just picked up their crap? Peace. I'll start with Don. Don, did you actually ride any of those horses?
I rode a horse, but it was never one of the ones we owned. It was always somebody else's.
There you go. Julie wouldn't let you touch the saddle,
No,
would you?
you couldn't ride our horses. They weren't broken.
Oh. I played Pokemon, one of them. On the Game Boy Advance, I think that was what I did. Or maybe the DS. I don't remember anymore. I don't have a problem with them. I just was too old by the time they were really a thing for me. Because I didn't have a Game Boy Color or a Game Boy even, when that was the thing to have. I got into that with the Game Boy Advance. And then the first Game Boy Advance was terrible because it didn't have a backlight. Like, Nintendo sold a fucking handheld that you couldn't see unless you got, like, a flashlight aimed at the screen so you could play it. It was horrible. Horrible fucking thing. But yeah, later on, something like that. But they're okay. I mean, they're just like any RPG, you know? They have their own little different way of doing things, but, you know, it's cool. But I'm not... You gotta be, like, I think, of a certain age. No offense to somebody that's still into it that's an adult, but I think, like, when you're still in school, you have, like, an extraordinary amount of free time because you're not allowed to really go anywhere and you don't have a job. You're broke. So you can't go anywhere. And you're just sitting in your room and you can blow, 6 hours on a video game every night. Those kind of games where you want to catch them all making progress is great. I'm lucky if I get 6 hours a week to play video games. And if I do play for 6 hours, I'm usually thinking I'm wasting my life and I need to get up and do something else or I'm going to die. So, that's what happens. When you get old, you get blood clots if you sit too long and then you die. So,
Come on.
that's it. Ian writes in to me at... Oh, as for other guests, everybody's welcome to come on if they're interested. Like, Karate Dog could come on. He's mentioned that he wants to come on, but then, like, I don't know. So, he's busy. he's a teacher right now though, so like, you know, I understand. He doesn't want his kids finding the show with him on the show. That's just weird. It's awkward. Not that he says that would be a problem, but you know, same thing. It's probably doesn't. I don't really talk to anybody else really. I mean, but you know, I think a lot of people just grow up and they just stop listening to the show. They get girlfriends and you know, they get married and that's it. It's like no more of this. They gotta like be responsible adults. They can't be listening to the fart jokes on the podcast anymore, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what happens. Like, Donnie, you got married for a little while. It was hard to do the show, wasn't it? It was like hard.
It wasn't hard for me. It was hard for her. She couldn't handle it. She was...
Right, and you were practically having a nervous breakdown because of her having the show.
Right.
Same with Cease. Cease could do the show, got a girlfriend, and now he never does the show. So is he embarrassed about doing the show? I don't know. Just can't do the show.
Kevin Love just got shoved in the face, thrown to the ground, and they kept playing. You gotta be kidding me.
Are you even surprised at this point?
They're still against us.
Finally, Ian says, "Sup, guys? I got a question for Kevin and Brian if he's on. He's not on. I've been listening to all the shows I missed and I've noticed something. Brian, is it me or can Kevin make anything good sound like a chore? Owning a house, taking care of dogs, gardening.
True story.
I bet he can make a blowjob sound unappealing. Quote, you're sitting there and she's slobbering all over you and you're thinking, I hope it doesn't get on the chair. And then when you finish, you better hope she swallows or it's just going to go everywhere. And you have to get the mop and it's very awkward. It's just a hassle. I swear it's like a superpower. Anyway, just a funny thought, original Ian. No, that's totally me. Yeah. That's absolutely what I do. I don't know. You know, it's hard to be into anything when you're me because my brother made fun of it. Like, my whole life, like, whatever I like, Brian will completely rip apart and make fun of it. So there's not a lot of joy in that existence. You can't really be too optimistic about things.
Brian, check out the great new video game. I just got my very first video game system. It's a video game.
It's either gay or bullshit.
I'm gonna go out and meet some chicks and get laid. You stay at home with your fucking unshowered friends.
With your computer tank game.
Yeah. It's just, you know. So you grow up a bit more jaded. That's all it is. You can't help it.
Just a bit more.
I'm actually coming to terms with a lot of that and trying harder to not pay attention to his comments as much, but it's difficult. Okay. Well, that's it for the show. We'll be back next week with or without Brian or Larry. I guess Larry may not be here because he's going to be scuba diving while he's camping. So
I'm feeling all bad.
We may have Alexa back next week because we keep losing bodies.
Because after like 2 straight days of drinking, what could possibly go wrong swimming in a quarry? I mean, come on.
This will be great. It'll be such great radio.
Yeah, I'll go cliff diving, face first into a rock. Great.
I'm pretty sure, you'll be all right. You just may be locked in your car with the air conditioning on the whole time. Something like that.
Your fancy car.
Yes, in your fancy new car. Your Ford. Your fancy new Ford.
My fancy new Ford GMC Terrain.
All right, folks, that's it. Go Cavs. Talk to you. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye.